Alright, during this video, I really was kind of puzzled by how this bow shot with a certain arrow. I was shooting these deep impacts, right? They're meant to shoot a heavier point weight. They have a 100 grain insert up front, but my gold tip 400 was shooting way straighter with a stock insert and a 125 up front. So what I did was went and got 3 of my 400 spine arrows, my gold tip hunter and my gold tip kinetic chaos. This one's a little bit heavier, coming in at about I think this one's weighing in at 523 grains versus this one at this one was 523. This one was 460 with the 125, and this one's 413. So I wanted to really see if I could get away with shooting a 125 grain point, because the trajectory with this 125 grain point and this 400 was way flatter, and the penetration wasn't much different on target. So I'm going to shoot these 3 arrows and see how much difference they are with the 125, and see if I can get away with this heavier point and still have that flat trajectory. Alright, so we'll start out with the gold tip hunter, the lightest out of the group. This is a 413 grain arrow, and it was also shooting super flat compared to the 560 grain arrow. So let's shoot at the Reinhardt target and see which arrow performs the best for us. Alright, that arrow flew super flat and in the middle. I pulled off to the right a little bit, but still that flight was amazing. So let's shoot the kinetic chaos next. Like I said, this is a 460 grain arrow. A little bit heavier arrow, but I've always shot like a 190 point weight. I've never shot a 125. So we're going to see what this arrow does. Once again, super flat flying arrow. I think it caught a little wind. We're going to reshoot that one, but it definitely shot that 125 how I was hoping it'd shoot it. Now let's shoot this one with a 125, but we have a 100 grain insert up front. A little bit of drop off with that one, but compared to the 575 up front, like I was saying, we got a little bit of drop off with the 125. It was the 225 up front with the deep impact arrow, and honestly, I like the way that flew way better than a 175 grain point. It was way flatter, and we could probably cut that. I didn't really have the left and right I was getting with the heavier point weight, and I'm pretty sure I still got the penetration I needed. So if we could use those arrows, or maybe even get a lighter insert, we may stick to those. I'm going to see how the penetration was, but to be honest with you, the best flying arrow, the fastest and the flattest, is that gold tip 413 grain arrow. Alright, we're going to take 3 more shots with these arrows. I'm going to shoot the kinetic chaos first. This insert I put in there isn't the one that came with it, and I actually cracked the arrow on the end when I did this, because the insert is pushed down in here. I think it made the arrow weak on the tip. But we'll shoot this one first and see how it flies again. Alright, I'm going to shoot those 3 arrows back to back again. We'll shoot the kinetic chaos first. One thing I noticed about these, I'll use the insert from my Easton Axis, and I shot the arrow and I have a little crack on the end, so that may be from the insert. I'm not certain, but may need to use a different type of insert for that. But let's shoot this arrow again to see how it flies. All right, that was a good flying arrow. Hit a little bit to the left. Right, it was for the wind we have though. It flew pretty straight. All right, I'm definitely getting the right. That arrow keeps hitting to the right for some reason. It's the fastest out of the bunch though, and super flat flying. All right, that one's more center than all of them. That's that 525 grain arrow, but it's also has more arc and is not as flat flying as the other two. We'll take 3 more shots, and I'm just gonna give my overall opinion. And I wanted to show y'all, I'm gonna shoot this deep impact with the total weight up front. This is a 572 grain arrow. I'll show you how it flies. Super straight arrow right there. I'm not gonna complain about that. Super straight arrow. Shot a little lower than the others. Wasn't as fast, but also I'm sure I had a lot more force behind it. All right, we'll shoot this group of arrows one more time. The Black Eagle deep impact with the 575 grain total weight is definitely still getting the most penetration even at a distance. It may be losing speed because of the weight, but it's still hitting that target hard. I'm pretty sure it's harder than the rest of these. This arrow here is the 413 grain gold tip, and it's definitely the fastest out of the group and the most flat flying. Super flat arrow right in the center there. I'm always impressed by that arrow. I got a lot of wind blowing it. It's a lighter arrow with only like 150 grains, almost 140 something grains total, and it flies, I mean, in the center, super flat. So we'll shoot the gold tip kinetic chaos now. Like I said, this is a 472 grain arrow. That arrow flies pretty flat too. Not sure why it keeps going to the left. I think I'm might be gripping the bow. I want to reshoot one of those, but we'll shoot the lighter deep impact now with the 125. I'm shooting 125 on all of these arrows except my other deep impacts with the 175. So this is a 125 deep impact. It's a 500 and I think it was 20 something grains total. That was pretty close to the other deep impact. There wasn't much difference. Now, I mean to the gold tip 400 with the 125. Now we'll shoot the deep impact with the 175. This is the 500 and this is the 572 grain arrow. Alright, it did have some drop off compared to all the others, but it was in that same group. The only one I'm having a flyer on is with that gold tip Kinetic Chaos, and I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm gonna reshoot it and another. We'll reshoot it and the gold tip 400 back to back here in a second, and I kind of want to decide what arrow I'm going to use this season. If I could get away with a flatter flying arrow with a little bit more point weight, I think I'm going to go that route. But all the arrows are shooting good out of this bow, and we'll just see what we like best. Alright, let's shoot the gold tip Kinetic Chaos one more time. It's a, like I said, it's a 472 grain arrow, and it was my worst flying one out of the bunch. Alright, constant hitting to the left with that arrow, so that one's out of the mix. Definitely not going to be shooting that arrow. Well, if I do, I'm going to have to do some adjustments on it. Let's shoot this gold tip, the 413 grain arrow, and see how it flies again. Right in the center. Fast, right in the center. Let's shoot the 520, I think it's a 25 or 23 grain arrow now, the deep impact. All right, we got a little bit of flying to the right on that one. That like I said, that gold tip with the 125 is still my most flat flying arrows. All right, that one definitely had a lot of drop off. Let's shoot one more of those. This is that heavy arrow, that 575, 572. All right, still has some drop off compared to the other one, but like I said, that even though it has a drop off, I can adjust for that. It's got a lot more mass weight to it compared to that gold tip, the gold tip 400. That's 413 versus a 572 grain arrow. Favorite arrow to shoot is definitely that gold tip 400. It's the funnest arrow to shoot. If I could get away with hunting with it with that light of a setup, I think I'll stick to those. I just bought a bunch of Kinetic Chaos arrows, and I may sell them, so y'all keep an eye out. I bought some 400s and some 500s, and those gold tip 400s that I've always used are the best flying arrows out of every bow I had. They're just a plain old buy 'em from Bass Pro Shop gold tip Hunter 400 with a stock insert, and I've shot those arrows from a 40-pound bow to a 48-pound bow like this one, and it's always performed well for me. Alright, on the next part of this video, I set the bottle up downrange. I'm gonna shoot each of the 4 arrows. We have the Kinetic Chaos 400, 472 grain arrow, 125 tip, the gold tip Hunter 400, 125 tip stock insert, 413 grains. We have the deep impact 400 arrow, 572 grain with the 175. The deep impact 400, 125 grain with the 125 point. So we'll shoot all 4 of those in each segment and shoot at the bottle down here and see which one is the easiest and flattest to hit the bottle with. Alright, so we'll start out with the lightest arrow, the 413 gold tip Hunter 400. awesome shot. It was this far to the right of that bottle. Definitely a super accurate arrow. Alright, next up is the Kinetic Chaos 400. 472 grain arrow, 125 up front. Once again, way to the left, like always. That arrow flies to the left. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the, we'll shoot the Deep Impact 400 with the 125 next. Alright, really good shot. This far to the right, I mean to the left now. Stayed in the middle like the Gold Tip Hunter 400 did. So those two arrows right there are my best flying arrows. They're both flat, they fly flat, and both of them are not too far in weight difference. One is a 413, one is a 460. And now we'll shoot the Deep Impact that's 525 with the 175 up front. Alright, I let down on that shot, but I could already tell the speed difference was enough to change my mind and not make me want to shoot that arrow like on the 3D course anymore. That I'm gonna shoot the Gold Tip Hunter 400 again with the 125, and then we're gonna shoot the Deep Impact with the 125. And out of those two arrows, those will be the ones that I'm gonna be shooting the most. Alright, let's wrap this video up. We'll shoot the Gold Tip Hunter 400 first, and then we're gonna shoot the Deep Impact. That's a 472 grain, it's a 400 as well. 472 grain total versus a 413 total. Shooting at the bottle again. Good shot. Nailed the bottle with that arrow. Like I said, that's my best flying arrow on any bow I've ever had, and it's a good arrow. Now let's shoot the Deep Impact, see what it does. Alright, that arrow hit a little bit lower, but it was dead in the center of the bottle. I'm going to shoot those two shots one more time, and we'll see y'all next time. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to shoot the Gold Tip one more time with the bottle and the Deep Impact. That arrow screams. It's a super flat flying arrow. Let's shoot the Deep Impact. Ooh. Slammed the bottle on that shot. That Deep Impact is a super accurate arrow as well. For 525 grain total arrow, it keeps up with that lighter 413 grain Gold Tip Hunter. So that the heavier arrow with the 125 may be the route I go as far as a 125 grain broadhead with that insert setup. Alright, so overall I'm impressed with these two arrows. This Gold Tip Hunter 400 with the 125 is definitely definitely the go-to 3D arrow for me as far as longer ranges. This arrow will probably fly flat out to 30 yards. I want to take 2 more shots just to get an accuracy test with them in the field, and we'll call that good. So let's shoot the deep impact first, and then we'll shoot the gold, the Hunter 400, and make up our mind. Having 2 arrows you like to shoot off of a bow, it doesn't matter either, you know. Do what you like. Alright, I pulled that shot. I had that bow arm going up a little bit. That arrow is still fast, but also hits super hard. That's that deep impact 400. That's the flattest flying arrow that I've ever shot. It's the fastest out of the bunch, flattest flying, and super accurate. That's that gold tip Hunter 400. Alright, let's make these 2 shots good ones. We'll finish up with the last shot with the deep impact, and then we'll shoot the gold tip. Appreciate y'all watching. I had to get out here and do some testing with these lighter points. I've always shot a 175 point since I've started traditional hunting, and I was wanting to see if 125 would work. The guy I shoot, like, I think Rick Welch, I was told he shoots a lighter weight head, and the dude, all his arrows are, every time he shoots is a flat flying setup, and it's just something that I wanted to do with my stuff. A flatter flying arrow in any situation, whether it be a hunting situation or on a 3D course or target's going to be better than an arrow that's, you know, has gains momentum then falls off. You're always going to shoot kind of low. So let's shoot these last 2 shots and see if we can hit the bottle. Alright, that one's a little bit to the left. Let's see what this gold tip Hunter 400 does. A little bit to the left, but way straighter flying arrow. We'll probably get us a set of those and made up for this bow and my other bows, and just go that route. I think I'm gonna sell what I have. But y'all, appreciate y'all watching. That's probably what's gonna work for this bow, and y'all stay tuned. In this galaxy we'll ride the tide. No turning back, we're out of time. Let the rhythm take control, we'll climb. We're moving.